Welcome back guys to another Zero DTE video, and today Coach Ernie is going to be talking about trade management, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, check out the link in the description to join the world's #1 Zero DTE trade destination. Enjoy guys.
So I have a 25 wide centered at 68.50, and I paid 45 cents. I paid 90 cents for two contracts. I rolled off one to cover the $90 because I was worried that we were gonna chop up and down.
So now you have a free roll.
So I have a free roll. Okay. And like I said, it's a 25 wide. 68.25 is the lower strike. And I chose that strike because of the point of convexity. So like I said, it was 45 cents. And it seemed to be in line with the gamma charts that I was using. And I couldn't really rely on volume profile at that point because there was none. So currently I'm in a free roll, so it doesn't really matter, but I am profit managing because like right now it's only up 20. It was up 50 at one point. Now it's pulled back to 20, and I'm just trying to decide like what would I ask, or how would I research whether or not I should let it go. I'm inclined to let it go just because it's just a free roll. But if it wasn't, right? Or I'm more and less asking about how to make the decision, not what my decision should be, but
it's the same question. It's the same question I would ask before with a single trade. What is the risk in this trade? It's got zero risk, right?
Zero risk.
And so if it goes up, I would ask myself, wherever it went up to, I'd be looking at, in this particular case, it's a hard one. You'd have to have some sort of minimum profit that you'd be interested in. But essentially, if it's the minimum profit, you'd ask if that's a trade that I would take right now. In other words, if it went up $50, would I get into that trade for $50 at that point?
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't, then just take the profit.
I guess my question is then more about evaluating those gamma walls that I see for today.
A secondary question. That's the more nuanced.
That is secondary.
Yeah.
And so
see, that's timing. Remember I said it's where and when. So let's say that you're up against a gamma wall and the LFI index is way up, meaning that it's sticky and the dealers are tending to pin. I might want to give it some time and see what happens.
What is that? What?
In other words, the liquidity friction index. It's literally like the friction of the market, how hard it is to move up or down.
Yeah. How do I evaluate that?
You don't unless you have my indicator, which I don't have up yet, but I was showing it before. It will be part of the set here.
Okay. I'm sorry. I missed that. I don't recall hearing about that.
Yeah, if you remember the ones that I made up in Python that I used to take shots of and then throw them up there every once in a while. I'm sure if you go back to Discord, you'll see them.
I'll have to take a look.
But it will be available in the Fly on the Wall set of widgets.
So it's nothing that I could evaluate myself, because that's when I'm looking at these two gamma walls, right, at 6,800 and 6,825, and I'm trying to decide whether
unless you can do all that calculation in your head, which you can't. But if you had the indicator right there, you saw it, and it's saying, yeah, it looks like the dealers and the market makers really want to hold that price, and there's a low chance that it's going to move one way or the other because that LFI is really super high. And then I'd probably feel comfortable just hanging out there and see what happens, and maybe let theta decay work on it instead of just taking the profit. So let's say I'm up $100, right? And you're in the same situation you're in now, and that looks pretty sweet. But you're in the evaluation of the gamma wall and LFI and all the other indicators are saying that there's little chance it's going to move anywhere. I'm going to hang out there for a little while and until it does move. And if it moves, then I'll get out.
Thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button below. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, remember to check out the link in the description for Ernie's school community.